Today we're talking about the pros and cons of buying a new construction home.
Oh yeah. This is very popular
This is a good one
for new construction, right?
This is a good one.
All right, guys, here we go. What's up, friends? My name is Jonathan. This is Trevor. We are the Alamo City Living team, and here we talk about everything that you want to know about living in San Antonio and the entire surrounding area. We're also licensed real estate agents here in San Antonio, which means not only do we enjoy making videos for you guys, we would love even more to help you and your family with all of your real estate purchase needs. So that number popping up on the screen is how you get a hold of us. Don't be shy. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We would love to help you and your family make a smooth move here to the Alamo City. And before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We do post videos every single week and you don't want to miss them.
New construction. What is there not to like about new construction, right? Some people would argue there's nothing not to like about it, right?
Yeah, but there are some cons, right?
There's a few cons, lots of pros.
Lots of pros and there's a few cons. So we're going to go over those right now. I guess let's start with the pro.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, do you want a positive or a negative first? What do you think?
Yeah, let's do a positive.
Let's do a positive.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So one of the main pros of buying a new construction home is customization. When you buy a new construction home, you have the ability to go through the home, customize everything that you want, from the cabinets to the flooring to the hardware. Just about anything in that home that you can think you can customize, you're going to be able to, so you can truly make that home yours.
Now, this will depend on the builder. You are going to have, some custom builders, and you're going to have some builders that don't allow you to
spec homes.
Spec homes, right? You're not going to be able to customize anything. They're going to have a pre-plan for that house, and you are just going to go in and you're going to purchase it as it is. It's going to be turnkey. And it's going to look nice because it's going to be new, but none of that stuff is going to be chosen by you. Now, one con that you might run into or that you might have is that although customization is great and you can go in and pick everything that you want, that is going to come at a higher cost than a resale home.
Ultimately, you have to be the ones to decide whether or not that customization is really worth that extra however many $1,000 that you're willing to put into the home.
Overpaid.
That's not to say you can't find a great resale home that checks almost all of the boxes, but if you want to be the ultimate designer and creator of your home, then you're going to pay a little bit more for it.
Now, what I like about a resale home is although you're not going to be able to choose the cabinets and the finishes and all that, those are things that you can change over time. So you're going to be going into a resale home possibly, right? A lot less than you would a brand new home, and you can change all of these things over time and customize the house over time.
And you usually get the mature trees that Jonathan's always talking about in our videos. Another big pro when it comes to new construction are the modern amenities. The nice thing is that when you build a new home, almost everything is like spec'd out, super energy efficient. The AC is really good, the appliances are great, the stove is good, the refrigerator, when it comes with it, is generally really, really good. And a lot of the times they have this new technology when it comes to insulation, so your energy bills end up being a lot less in the long run. This is super, super important and something really good to consider, because down here in San Antonio, Texas, it gets hot, real hot.
Very hot. Now, I recently walked through a new construction neighborhood, and the new technology was absolutely amazing. This particular house had one of those chocolate rabbits in the attic, and it wasn't melted. And they did that on purpose to show that the entire home, from the attic all the way to the ground level, stays the same temperature. So if your house is set at a cool 73 degrees, it's gonna be 73 degrees in the attic, the second floor, and the first floor level. So you are gonna get that pro of having that new technology in a new construction home.
So another con that is typically associated with new construction are the limited location choices. Now, a lot of the times when it comes to a lot of cities, I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of cities, the new construction is happening in one very specific area. So if you want to build a new home, you're usually pretty limited on where you can do so. But San Antonio is a little bit different than that, right?
Right, yeah. San Antonio is a growing city. We're seeing new construction everywhere, especially as you move out of that 1604 loop all the way up Fair Oaks Ranch. We're seeing a lot of new neighborhoods and subdivisions.
The west side, northwest side, north side, east side, south. I mean, literally everywhere there's new construction in San Antonio, which is really good news if you're looking to build a new home.
Even if you do happen to choose a new construction neighborhood, say for instance on the far west side, and there's not a whole lot of amenities around you, it won't be long before there are tons of amenities around you. So that's not necessarily something that applies to San Antonio. So yeah.
So another huge pro, and this actually kind of dabbles into the last pro that we were talking about with the updated technology, is that there's usually not a whole lot of maintenance that needs to be done on a new construction home. The reason why, well, pretty obvious, everything is new. The appliances are new, all that stuff I just went over. It's gonna be in pretty good shape, and if it's not in good shape, the vast majority of the time, the builder that you decided to go with is generally gonna have a warranty on that home, so the vast majority of that stuff is gonna be covered.
This is a huge pro for me, because although I am a jack of all trades, I'm a master of none, and I do not like having to replace things. I know recently you just had to replace your dishwasher, didn't you?
I had to replace my dishwasher, and I did it myself. Thank you very much. I didn't hire anybody to come out and do it. Pain in the butt, but it wasn't under warranty. My house is new, but not that new. So it's still a big expense. That sucks. And welcome to home ownership, guys.
If you're a busy guy or gal and you don't have time to worry about the roof right now, you don't have time to replace any type of siding or any of that kind of stuff, the new construction might be perfect for you. All right, guys, one of the cons with new construction is construction delays. Oftentimes when you go under contract with a new build, they may or may not have broken ground on that property, and they're gonna give you a projected completion date. Usually right now in San Antonio, you're looking at 8 or 9 months, but you know what? 12 months later, they're still working on your house. So you might have to deal with some construction delays.
You know what's crazy is that a lot of this started happening with COVID. We're still seeing some of those effects from the supply shortages that occurred during COVID, which is causing a lot of these issues with the delays. I have several friends who have built homes over the recent few years, and they said exactly what he just said. 8 to 9 months will be ready. Turns out that home was actually built in like 14 to 15 months. So super disappointed. Make sure that you have a little bit extra set aside in the bank to account for that in case that happens.
Now, we did recently tour a Perry home community up in Kinder Ranch, and they stated that they were able to do new construction from start to finish in about 5 months.
That's really
which is
good.
really, really fast. But again, you can't count on that. So just,
have a backup plan.
Have a backup plan for sure.
Guys, another huge pro about buying a new construction home has to do with your ability to gain equity like that. From the day that you build your home, it's gaining equity immediately. So I don't know one home that, especially new construction in the last few years, that hasn't gained a significant amount of equity in a short time that they've been built, right?
Absolutely, especially if you're getting into a new construction development at the beginning, right? By the time they're done with that entire subdivision, it might be a couple years before they're done. If you got in early, you've definitely gained equity over the course of time. But regardless, even if the last house sold in that subdivision, from the day that you purchased the house, I mean, you are going to begin gaining equity immediately on that home, especially in a city like San Antonio, where we're continuing to see appreciation and growth. All right, guys, we started on a positive note. We're going to end on a negative note. One of the cons of purchasing new construction is the lack of community. Now, when you're first moving into the neighborhood, of course, you're not going to know anybody. Everything's going to be brand new, and you're just not going to have that sense of community that you would necessarily feel if you were to move into a more established neighborhood.
And I'm all alone now.
That's for you, sir.
Shut up. And while the community may seem smaller at first, right? The nice thing is that if you get in with other people who are building their homes all at the same time, you guys have something to bond over, right? Now, as this community starts to grow, it's really cool, man. You know what I always think about? You ever see the movie The Sandlot?
Yeah.
The 4th of July block party that they had in the cul-de-sac?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like my dream community. Like, that is super cool. And I don't know if those people all built their houses at the same time, but you have something to bond over. Your idea should be to grow to that, guys.
All right, guys, those are the pros and cons of buying new construction here in San Antonio. We hope that this gave you a little bit more insight and maybe even help you make a decision on whether or not you want to buy new construction or resale. That number popping up on the screen is how you get a hold of us. Please give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and please hit that like and subscribe button. It's been awesome watching our community grow, and we want you to be a part of it. We do post videos every single week, and you don't want to miss them.
Guys, whether you plan on moving in the next few weeks or the next few months, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would love the opportunity to help you and your family make a smooth move here to San Antonio. Thank you so much for watching our stuff, guys. We're going to catch you in the next one.